Hello and welcome, Park Center, to part one of our career exploration video into the field of food service. I'm here with Roger Backstrom and Lori Benkowski. Roger is the franchise owner of Godfather's Pizza, and Lori is a human resource manager. So for this, we'll be starting out with education. So for both of you, what were some of the classes you took in high school to help you get started on the path for working in the food industry?
Some classes that I was taking was definitely communication classes. Those are very helpful, as well as our English classes and math classes.
And Roger, what about you?
Yeah, I had your basic public school, high school class schedule. I did take some cooking classes, and but the most important one for in the restaurant industry, in my opinion, was the accounting, learning how to do measurements with numbers.
And how would you say that's helped you?
Well, in the business world, everything is measured on numbers. So you have to learn, I guess, how to calculate profit and loss statements, food cost percentages, labor cost percentages. So, and it's all done through math. And so having a good solid math foundation really helps you to manage the business. Without math skills, I mean, you really don't even know how to keep score in that game.
All right. So apart from STEM classes in high school, what did you do after? Did you just go along with more STEM and business classes in college, or?
Well, I started out doing cosmetology, and turned out that I really liked the business side a lot better. So when I went back to Minnesota to get my bachelor's degree, I went to Minnesota School of Business for my bachelor's degree, and that's how I ended up being a human resource manager.
In my case, I went to Anoka Ramsey Community College and took some business classes. And then based on personal reasons, had to really leave and get into the work world, and started working in a restaurant. And the most important thing for me was the people that I worked with helping me to learn how to manage a restaurant.
And what were some of the specific college classes that helped you the most, and what were some of the ones that helped you the least? Because, for example, it says on here for you, Lori, that stuff like communication and sociology helped you.
Definitely. Definitely when you're working with people, the psychology classes and sociology classes opened up a lot of knowledge on how you can communicate with different personalities.
Helped you with people skills?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Communication is definitely one of the most important things when working with people and trying to coordinate people and employees.
All right.
I would agree with Lori that learning how to deal with people and understanding human nature is a real critical part of managing, because managing is getting things done through other people. So learning to communicate, learning to coach, motivate, learning to kind of adapt to changing situations, different personalities is a critical part of becoming a manager.
All right. And so in addition to all the education, what was some of the other education, if there was any, apart from high school and college, that helped you to get to where you are?
Definitely hands-on experience. I started out at the Lookout as a server, and it was a different ball field being in the restaurant industry as it is being in, say, cosmetology or even retail. So I started out as a server, and learning all that stuff and how the restaurant worked definitely helped in the managerial aspect.
So starting from the bottom and working your way up?
Yep, absolutely.
And then what about you?
Well, I too started at the bottom. I was 18 years old and started actually bussing tables, washing dishes, and then moved up into making pizzas. I had a wonderful mentor, Larry Cody, who had an accounting degree, and he taught me some of those accounting skills that were critical to moving up. I've also taken some software classes for computer software, whether it was Excel or Word, Microsoft that really helped me to develop spreadsheets and to create documents that would help me manage the business. Things that I could not buy someplace. I had to create them, customize them for my business. I've also taken ServSafe classes, which is a course that the state of Minnesota requires for managers, which walks you through the food safety and how to protect food and make sure you're serving a quality product. And so that's an ongoing requirement for restaurant managers.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was there anything else you wanted to mention in terms of education to get you ready for your field?
Getting ready for your field, I definitely think that experience is something that you should try and get in. Even when you're younger, try and get in the restaurant business if that's something you're interested in. Working from the way up was really helpful as opposed to just jumping right in. And the ServSafe classes, we've gone through the ServSafe classes. You're going to have to go through stuff like that. Alcohol compliance classes are also one thing that we have for employees. So continuing education for the restaurant business is something that is very helpful as well.
All right.
And I would concur with what Lori said, that starting from the bottom, like I said, I started washing dishes, bussing tables, and working my way up, and there is no better way to learn. It isn't the easiest way to learn, but you learn.
Yep.
And it is something you draw from. And as you elevate into different levels of management, reflecting back on what it was like to be a first week employee is really important, and how you help bring somebody into the business and you can relate to what they're going through. So that is really a critical part of becoming an effective manager. I've seen people who've come in without any restaurant experience into an upper level management situation, and they always struggle because they don't have that foundation of knowledge. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of a restaurant is that you have so many applications that are in play. You're in customer service, you're in production, you're in human resources, you're doing guest relations, equipment maintenance, everything. So it really gives you a wide and solid foundation. And a lot of people who come into the restaurant industry maybe go on to other occupations or other industries, but the foundation that was laid in the restaurant industry serves them well.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. It definitely opens up a lot of different pathways to different skills and different things that you can use in the business world.
All right. Well, thank you for all that you shared. This is the end of part 1. Check back for part 2 next time. Bye.